Good afternoon. It's Dottie Posto on my deck here in beautiful Muskego, Wisconsin. And a couple thoughts today that I want to share with you are around the performance outcomes of your company and what really drives performance outcomes. And there's a lot of things, there's a lot of different levers that you can pull to influence the outcomes, the financial and performance outcomes, some of which are very hard driving leadership. One of them, though, is really focusing on the behaviors of your employees. And Carolyn Taylor reinforces this in her book called Walking the Talk, that if you want different performance outcomes for your business, you will need to adopt different behaviors. And an example of this is around the culture of feedback. And what I want to highlight in this is that there might be a proposed or a verbal and even written value that the company values feedback. However, culture is not just what's written and what's in the values and the bylaws and the written organization, the strategies and objectives. It's also in the behavior of the leaders, what the employees observe, because the culture is about the behavior that is promoted, accepted, tolerated. And if the behavior around feedback, let's say for example, is that I give feedback and no action is ever taken, and let's say that could be, and going back to my video on grounded and ungrounded assessments, let's say that's a grounded assessment. I have given someone feedback multiple times and nothing changed. And so I give up, because it is tolerated that when feedback is given, it is not acted on, or when feedback is given to a leader of someone, it is ignored. And I've seen this happen in many an organization for a variety of reasons. And so if you want a true culture of feedback, to have feedback in the organization, then you need to build both the values as well as the systems and the processes to support that. And so looking at feedback as an example, do you have a system in place to receive feedback from employees on their peers? I worked in an organization where on a quarterly basis, each one of us had a conversation with our manager. And as part of that conversation, we reached out to our peers to get feedback. And we included that feedback in our quarterly assessment and in our year-end assessment. And I really valued that in that organization. And I realized actually how spoiled I was, because in other organizations I've been in, that was not the culture around feedback. And so I encourage you to really look at what are some of the behaviors that are tolerated that might not be serving the values that are really spoken and felt at the heart in the leadership, but maybe not embodied in every leader in the organization. So take a look at some of your values, and are they really fully exemplified in the behaviors of your leaders? Thanks. Have a great afternoon.